we simply use the annotations. So using the annotations, we specify and we can tell ki which particular column is mapped with which particular field and which table is mapped with the which particular Java class. Clear? Also, JPA, you will have a concept for JPQL. So this JPQL is also query language, but in the form of Java class. So rather than you will write select star from, you can say from the table name, here you will write from the Java class name like that. So similar kind of, but the advantages of JPQL is it is always independent for any database server. So it will work with any database server because it is not, the syntax will not be dependent on any particular database server. Okay. So these are the another advantages of a JPA. So if you talk about how these things works, so you will basically, you will have a persistent unit, right? So from this persistent unit, it's you need to configure where you will configure all these details for your Java class objects, right? And then also all the connection details and everything. And from this, you will create an entity manager factory, and from entity manager, you will create an entity manager. And using the entity manager, you will manage the entities. So we already discussed that what is an entity. When we discussed the ER diagram.